The core fan base, active subscribers, are really the motor, the engine of your channel growth in the end. Then you don't have to worry about the algorithms anymore, because all algorithms have a keen eye on what is your fan base that you established. When you want to find out if you did something well or not, it's really helpful to get feedback from your audience. Encourage people to comment, ask them questions that they can leave answers for in the comments. Try to establish in a conversation with at least your your core fan base. Because when you get those comments, and always reply to them so that they are inclined to comment more in future videos as well, then you learn more about what they liked about their video, what gets them really excited. And this way you will slowly understand what you should cover in your videos, or how should you frame what you're explaining, or style of your comedy, stuff like this. Feedback from the audience is really valuable. And only this way, when you understand your viewers that you have more and more better, the more you can create this core fan base. The core fan base, active subscribers, are really the motor, the engine of your channel growth in the end. You can say if you have an active fan base, then you don't have to worry about the algorithms anymore, because all algorithms have a keen eye on what is your fan base that you established.
Can I ask a couple of questions about that right now, where you are with what you said, because it raised a couple of things. First, I'm going to step back to one about comments and conversation and generating that connection. Was at first, when I used to do comments and someone would say something nice or whatever, I would just say, much appreciated, or thank you very much. And I'd be wasting the opportunity to start a conversation. And that's where I remember, and I like the way Daniel Batal would always talk about, he's about starting the conversation. And it was, he's done a brilliant job of how he connects with the people and makes that conversation go. So I just wanted to share with everybody that literally their feedback creates an opening for you to start that conversation and ask them some stuff, like, don't make it too onerous, but show a certain level of interest. And you never know what can happen. Like, I had a situation the other day where someone commented on one of my videos, the one I did where I took on the challenge to do the 4,000 watch time hours when they were coming up with the YouTube partner program, abrupt deadline change with the numbers. And I did my go live for the month challenge, and I did it on my channel. And anyways, that video still gets watches. And this person says, I've been on YouTube for 11 years. They have near 500 videos, and they have like 1,600 subscribers. And it was like an attitude of giving up. And when I looked at the channel, it's one of these where there's a quarter of the videos are unboxing, another quarter are gaming, another quarter are channel vlog type, and another, quarter or something else. And it's like the channel is an entire hodgepodge. And I felt like the person was very defeated in the message they gave to me after reading it, and they were reaching out. And I started a little bit of a dialogue, and it ended very positively, but it created an exchange that was just, I know it had a positive impact on him, and he was very appreciative that I took a look at his channel and just shared some feedback. So like you said, like, these are amazing opportunities to create the connections. And then now that you're going to go into talk about the active subscriber count a little more, can you add to your answer, when does one know that that number or scale as a percentage of your total subscribers is good? Or should you just look at it from the perspective of, that philosophy you've heard, if you have 100 super fans, that's all you need to succeed in the world. You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly. It is, of course, the case that compared to your total subscriber count, it might be a high or a low percentage, and you could evaluate it even just to give you an example.
It's not something you can really compare to other people either, right? I mean, people are coming to you for the reasons about what you're doing, and it's not something that's easily comparable to what others are doing, is my opinion.
Certainly, yeah. It's a little bit tricky. So if you go into the Morningfame Analytics workshop tab and subscribers, there you have an active subscriber count. It's an estimate. There's no official number. It's explicitly an estimate. And this is what usually channels of my size would have. Yeah. So this gives me a picture that I'm doing really, as it says here, above average. Yeah.
Cool.
So you can evaluate it to some extent.
Yeah. That's a statistical measure, but in our own right, it should be just about improving on that number, right?
Exactly. And that is also what I do here in the velocity tab. You have this estimate again. And what you do is you track whether this is going up. And luckily it does for me right now. Yeah. So it's also a hard number to grow. So if you ever see this dropping, don't worry about it. It's really tricky. Getting total subscribers is easy. Getting active subscribers is much more difficult, because the definition here, the text that you just saw also explains it. If you ever sign up to Morningfame and want to know more. Anyway, the definition of active subscriber is, these are your subscribers who subscribed, obviously, to your channel, but also who keep coming back to watch your new videos. Yeah, they regularly return and are happy to watch your new videos. And that's kind of a different word for your best fans, your core fan base, right? Those people who are along with your ride, they watch your new videos that you publish. This is what you want to have. And this is actually something that really defines how large your channel is. You oftentimes, like you said, Gord, you have oftentimes channels that have 50K subscribers, but they have very little active subscribers. So essentially, even though it sounds like they are a small channel, they might be a much smaller channel still. Again, they once were large, but dropped down to lower numbers because they once had a large fan base and lost them again for countless reasons. There are countless reasons, really. And then they are back to really a much smaller fan base, and they have to start over growing this fan base. But the way you really understand your fan base, whether you really accumulate more and more fans over time. This is view velocity. That's the fourth metric that I was talking about. This is reflected in how fast your new videos get viewed.